find his mother. Well, good Wednesday morning, everybody. It's now at 6 o'clock, and thank you very much for being with us. I'm Gene LaBanche.
I'm Elizabeth Hopkins. Great day out there yesterday,
beautiful.
right?
Yep.
Enjoyed the dry weather now. It is going to be another good one.
Yeah.
And then we're going to have a little change coming our way.
Yeah, the whole end of the week is just looking so much more unsettled. So hopefully you soaked up the sunshine yesterday. Today isn't a bad one. It's just going to feature more clouds around, and you can see some of those clouds already entering the picture here in New England. Overall, though, it is 30s and 40s this morning. Dry weather in place. I mean, it's a winning forecast, right? 40 in Boston, 48 already in Lawrence, 32 in Norwood, 38 in Worcester, and 31 in Hyannis. So it's a little bit cool, but not too bad this morning. In Bedford, I've got temperatures climbing back into the 40s by about 9 o'clock this morning and hitting around 50 degrees this afternoon. Might be a little bit cooler in Bedford compared to some areas a little bit further to the west. So we're actually going to end up with a pretty big temperature difference today, depending on where you are. On average, I'm saying like 56 degrees. Coast is cooler. Some spots inland may be close to 60, and I'll break down some of our hot and cool spots coming up. Tomorrow, showers are back. In fact, that risk arrives tonight, and I'll be back to tell if you're going to be out late tonight or even on the roads early tomorrow morning. We do get into some steadier light rain on Thursday afternoon. I'm going to time that out with Futurecast, and some heavier rain on the way this weekend. Next weather alert is going to be Saturday. You're going to want to hang tight for those details. You got your walk-in, Catherine? I did. Okay, good. Because today, I think the wind is a little bit less, but the skies won't be quite as bright. We're in the clear in the sense that we don't have any rain, we don't have any precipitation. We just have some partly cloudy skies, but that whole system is going to be working its way towards us. So this morning, a lot of you waking up to 30s or even 40s, maybe a little hot cup of coffee if you're walking the kids to the bus stop or off to work this morning. But this afternoon, with highs in the 50s, you do not need your heaviest winter coat at all. Afternoon highs in the 50s or near 60 degrees will probably warrant more of a fleece situation today. Just keep in mind those cooler spots hugging the coastline from Portsmouth to Ipswich, Situate as well. About 48 degrees this afternoon, 50 in Boston and in Provincetown, but we're close to 60 in Framingham and Worcester. We've got about 53 in Fitchburg, 57 in Middleborough. So a lot of inland towns and cities see the same kind of warmth that you had yesterday. But if you're in Boston or at the coastline, it will be slightly cooler. Tonight, we drop back into the 40s. We work in a little bit of late drizzle. This is very low key. Tomorrow, we've got some wet weather in the forecast, but it's light, it's patchy. It's pretty low impact. Temperatures are still incredibly mild. I mean, we're going to be in the upper 50s tomorrow, so of course it's plain rain. No snow, no ice that we have to mention or talk about. Anything before 7 a.m. afternoon, and I do see this passing through during the evening commute, less than a quarter inch of rain. So by Friday morning, we're done, we're clear. We stay dry on Friday, but we do have a weather alert heading into your weekend plans. So on Saturday, we've been talking about this. Most of what we see is plain rain. Even some of these areas like the Worcester Hills or southern New Hampshire, where we could see a little bit of mixing that I've highlighted in pink. I think you guys probably switch over to rain. I think a lot of it melts when it hits the pavement. There might be a couple slushy spots, but truly the best chance for any kind of minor snow accumulation is going to be in the Berkshires, the Green and the White Mountains, perhaps into the Monadnocks as well. So that's where we have the potential for slippery travel on Saturday. Most of you are just going to be wet and windy, but it is a soaking forecast because we're looking at the potential of about 3/4 of an inch of rain. Over the weekend, this storm will peak Saturday night. So Saturday actually starts dry. We've got developing rain in the afternoon. Saturday night, we've got rain, we've got our winds peaking, and it stays pretty blustery into Sunday as well, though Sunday does dry out. 7-day for
To grab today, because the weather's going to be pretty nice.
Yeah, it is. Did you like yesterday?
I loved it.
It was great, right?
Not?
Sunshine with a little less wind than the day before.
Yes.
So layers on top again today, but Gene, I threw some tissues into the forecast.
Tissues? Why would you throw tissues?
Did you really just have that in your pocket? That was not staged, people. Gene keeps dirty tissues in his pocket.
Oh, these were refreshed today.
Okay, yeah, they look.
Or maybe last week, but I still consider them fresh if they're a week or
if they
so
don't have
old.
boogers on them, they're good to go. All right, so your pollen forecast is a bit elevated. Are they good?
We're good. Yeah.
No crunch in there?
No, we're good.
So we've got the pollen forecast a little elevated, and it's not because we have buds and blooms here locally, but just a moment ago we looked at all the blooms out in D.C., so that wind carries the pollen from other places. It's tree pollens right now.
So we can't blame the trees here yet.
Not yet.
But we will.
Expressway passing the gas tanker. We've got a little bit of color in the clouds right now, but there are more clouds than other mornings. I'd still say decent sunrise. 40 degrees is your temperature in Boston. It's already pretty mild there. Boston is not going to see the biggest warm up today. Temperatures in Boston make it to the upper 40s, or we could peak around 50 degrees this afternoon. The coast is going to be cooler today, so you can see the effect. We've got some different colors at the coastline, from the Cape Ann and the North Shore all the way up to the seacoast of New Hampshire. High around 48 degrees, 50 in Boston and Quincy versus almost 60 degrees today in Framingham, Westboro, and in Worcester. We've got mid 50s out in the Merrimack Valley, 55 in Brockton, 55 in Plymouth, but 53 in Sandwich, 48 in Scituate. So a lot of our coastal communities are several degrees cooler. Overnight tonight, we've got a little drizzle that develops after midnight. It's not a ton of rain, but I just want you to know about it, especially if you're commuting before the sun comes up tomorrow morning. And from there, I've got highs tomorrow at 58 degrees. It's actually pretty warm for your Thursday plans with scattered showers, steadiest rain in the afternoon. It's not going to rain every second of the day, but anything before 7 a.m. Thursday is just a brief sprinkle. We do get this wave of showers briefly passing through during the morning commute, so expect minor impact showers. We get more of an impact Saturday with some heavier rain and some gustier winds. At elevations, a little bit of minor snow is possible. Saturday does look to start dry. Right now, I've got precipitation moving in early in the afternoon. This is 1 p.m. and you can see it's all plain rain in Boston, but out at the hills, like the Berkshires, the Worcester Hills, we could see a little bit of mixing or a little bit of snow to start things off. A lot of those spots are going to flip over to rain. The best chance for snow accumulation really happening in the mountains and ski country of New England. You could see things intensify a bit on Saturday evening, and this low pressure comes through Saturday night, bringing us some of the heaviest rain and gustiest winds. Sunday will dry out real quickly.